Ladies and gentlemen, this is Ebony Man 2K, aka that Jolly Rancher, aka Pretty Ricky, what they call me, and aka the original king of receipts. I welcome you to my channel. Today I will address the YouTuber Just Pearly Things and the endless abyss of hot mess that she currently finds herself in. Just Pearly Things' YouTube channel is going down a rapid decline, and is primarily due to the huge missteps that I have reported over the last 2 months. As a recap, let's review a summary of those missteps. In the past months, Just Pearly Things has invited the controversial racist Nick Fuentes on her platform for an interview where she did not push back on or defend against racial remarks from Nick about the Jewish Holocaust or slavery in America. Pearl even added to Nick's racist narrative by claiming that slavery was a myth and overblown. She then doubled down on this notion on her own show, where she tried to brainwash a young black girl about the history of slavery being over-exaggerated. Now, as a note, Pearl ironically has an all-white management team, but she has a working staff of disadvantaged Africans that have unfair contracts, where she gets 70 to 80% of their revenue from YouTube in exchange from production costs. These missteps by Pearl that seem to have an obvious racist pattern to them have raised the eyebrows of her former viewers and fellow YouTubers in a negative way. If you look on screen now, you can see graphs that show an obvious dip in Pearl's YouTube activity in views and new subs for the month of April and May. Pearl's average monthly views and average new subs gain have gone down by half since March of this year. That's less than 3 months. The gag of all this is that ironically Just Pearly Things considers herself to be successful when she is not. Pearl prides herself in touting the number of subs she has gained, when most experienced YouTubers know that using the number of subs as a gauge of YouTube performance is really a misnomer. For instance, Just Pearly Things has 1.5 million YouTube subs, but she fails to bring in less than 10,000 views per video. Now listen, that's pathetic. In this presentation, I will also show you a real live example of how Just Pearly Things tout of using her number of subs to help one of her colleagues to get new subs had very little to no value at all in the real world. In essence, it seems like Just Pearly Things is kind of living in La La Land, if you will. Her dad got her that apartment in London that was also used to operate her YouTube platform. Her dad is now giving her his whole office outside of Chicago, where she can now operate her YouTube channel here in the United States. Now listen, in this video, Pearl also shows off her dad's personal family facility where she plans to host her own YouTube events. Yes, Pearl is definitely using her dad's money to float her unsuccessful YouTube operation so that she can then pose as if she is successful. In this presentation, I will show you where Pearl's dad's money is coming from. And then I will show you how Pearl intends to use it all up. Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Ebony Man 2K, the original king of receipts. Let's get it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Ebony Man 2K, and I wanted to start this presentation off with a little background information about Hannah Pearl Davis and her family. It seems that Hannah Pearl Davis comes from a very wealthy family, and I kind of want to get an idea of how much money we're talking about and what are the origins of this wealth. Well, it seems that her father and mother started a software company back in 1988. If you look on the screen, you can see the general information about this company that they started. The company is called Davis Ware, and it's a software technology company. And obviously, the Davis comes from their last name. Davis Ware is the name of the company. Again, it's computer software based out of West Dundee, Illinois, not Chicago, but West Dundee, Illinois. Has 35 employees. Started in 1988 as a private company and has revenue of $5.4 million annually. Okay, so that's a pretty decent amount of money in revenue for a small company of 35. It's safe to say that Hannah's mother and father, as partners of this firm, probably have a very comfortable six figure salary each with that type of revenue. Now, again, 5.4 million dollars in revenue for a company is good because the partners of a 5.4 million dollar annual revenue company should be making at least a comfortable six-figure salary. But let me tell you this: uh, that's not where the candy lies. That's not where the candy lies. Now, granted, the six-figure salary of both is pretty good to live off of, obviously, especially in the outskirts of Chicago, in the middle of, in the Midwest, in the middle of Illinois. But let me show you coming up where the candy really lies when it comes to Hannah Pearl Davis and the money that they make in her family. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the candy. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the candy. So here's the backstory. Back in August of 2019, there was an announcement made by a company called Sorrent Capital. The title of the article and that announcement reads, Sorrent Capital invests in Davis Ware, a leading field services ERP software company. And I will read that announcement to you. Davis Ware, a leading provider of ERP software for field service businesses, has partnered with Sorrent Capital, a private equity firm with offices in Austin and San Francisco, focusing on investing in high-growth technology and services businesses. Davis Ware serves field services businesses, contractors, and OEMs across a variety of end markets, including food equipment service, petroleum contracting, commercial HVAC, and other specialty trades. Davis Ware's offerings include modular ERP systems, remote scheduling, and field technician management, field sales enablement, real-time vehicle tracking, inventory management system, and warranty management software. For more than 30 years, we've been focusing on delivering the best, most innovative solutions to our customers in the field service industry, said Davis Ware's co-founder and CEO, Dan Davis. Obviously, Dan Davis is Hannah Pearl Davis's father. Our partnership with Sorrent will bring the resources and expertise needed to reach even more customers and with more innovations. Key word here, will bring the resources and expertise. That's also capital, aka money. This is an exciting time for Davis. We're at a co-founder and president, Jennifer Davis. Okay, so we're getting a little bit more information here. Pearl's dad serves as CEO of the company, and her mom, Jennifer, serves as the co-founder and president. Okay. Since inception, Davis Ware has been focused on improving the operations efficiency of its customers via innovation and process automation. We are passionate about the growth of the trades through technology and education. As we continue to scale, we wanted to bring on an investment partner who could enable the next phase of our growth, and we feel that Sorrent Capital is perfectly suited to help us capture the opportunities ahead. Over 3 decades, Dan, Jennifer, and the Davis Ware team have built a robust software platform with a passionate customer base and a wonderful culture. We are thrilled to be partnering with them, said Lance Fenton, partner at Sorrent Capital. They are a leading software provider in the markets they serve, and we look forward to working with Davisware team to help continue the company's track record of growth and innovation. As part of this investment, both Dan and Jennifer, that's Pearl's dad and mom, will be joining the board of directors, and Jennifer will continue leading Davisware and work closely with Sorrent and the rest of the board to further strengthen the company's foundation for growth. So that's an interesting ending in that last sentence. Notice Sorrent Capital said that Jennifer will be joining the board and continue leading Davisware. So I wonder, is there some type of conflict of interest there where they chose the mother over the father to lead the company after their investment? So that's an interesting note. So now you can clearly see where the candy really lies when it comes to Pearl and her family's wealth. Pearl's family's company was bought out by an investment firm called Sorrent Capital that brought in an influx of cash that I presume was in the millions to gain stake in the firm. So as I stated before, Pearl's mom and dad were already doing well as partners in a small independent company. But in 2019, the game changed drastically, and her parents became super millionaires overnight with investment from Sorrent Capital. Now, as we move on in this presentation, I will show you how Pearl is taking advantage of her parents and their newfound wealth. First, I will show you an example of how Pearl's YouTube channel does not have as much clout or value as she claims. Secondly, I will show how Pearl responds to this fact by constantly making announcement videos filled with delusions, make-believe, and cognitive dissonance. Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get it. Today, I will be reacting to a recent live by the YouTuber Just Pearly Things. This past week, Pearl decided that she would help promote the YouTube channel of one of her underlings, Amari. The goal was to entice viewers to sub to his channel to reach a goal of 1,000 new subs so that he could qualify for monetization for YouTube. Now, the weird part about this live is that Pearl and Amari decided to hold the audience hostage and not speak on the show's topic until they reached their goal of 1,000 new subs. Listen, man, this was a straight up shit show. A straight shit show. Pearl and Amari first start the show off laughing and grinning about this stupid ass stunt and threatening viewers that they will stall the show until they sub to this dude's YouTube channel and reach 1,000 subs. Now listen, Pearl's attitude was extremely condescending and off-putting, especially with her expressing this notion of how successful she is. I, of course, question that notion and wonder, how does she define success? If you look on the screen now, you will see a photo of her during the live stream where she's coming to the realization that she will not reach 1,000 new subs for Amari, and this stunt failed miserably. Now, that does not reflect success to me. I don't know about you. It seems to me Pearl can talk the talk, but she cannot walk the walk. Also, if you notice in the pic above, I named her the White Tasha K. Now, the reason I named her the White Tasha K is because both Tasha and Pearl are known habitual liars, and they are both delusional. They share the same number of subs at 1 million, but they both can only produce views per video in the thousands. Now, this proves that the boasting of sub counts is an inflated and irrelevant stat. The game of YouTube is about views, not subs. YouTube monetization is based on video views. That's why this stunt on inflating subs for Amari made no sense at all if he doesn't have the views to go with it. Now, in this video, I will first let you listen to Pearl's cringe intro to her live. Then I will follow up with photos that show the slow progression of failure in her 6-hour live of begging for subs.
What up, guys? Welcome to the Just Pearly Things YouTube channel. Welcome, Amiri, to the channel. Wait, first, I heard you got already said. Yeah. The fake news media, right? The fake news.
I'm fired, bro.
Yeah, a lot of fired by that's what all the fake news media reaction outlets are reporting. Now we have beef now, apparently, right? Now.
That's why I'm military.
now, guys. All right. So today, I need to get Amiri monetized. All right. So if you want us to react to Abba and Preach, I need you guys to go subscribe to Amiri's channel. We'll sit here all night. Well, you got time?
I got time.
I got time today. But what I want to talk about is how certain reaction channels, I won't name names, right?
Right.
We won't name names, but they don't care about the truth.
Nope.
They don't care about what's right and what's wrong. They have their certain lens on how they see the world. They have their certain ideology, and they got no point. They just like to argue.
Yep.
What do you think?
They're fake news, man. Do I look cute in this?
You know, you're looking swell. Swell looking.
Good for some smoke.
Yeah, let me. All right, so make sure you guys go subscribe. I'm gonna pull this up on my phone. Blessing, it'd be nice if one of these days we could get like the chat on the screen.
You can do it now.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh wait. Oh, I see. We can.
Oh, what's his left?
Where?
His left.
Oh. Oh wow. Wow, we're so good at YouTube. All right, guys. Can you throw these away?
Yeah, man.
Can we do a malt? Or can I get a water too?
What's the Pearly Team saying, man?
Yeah. So, 140 viewers. Guys, make sure you go subscribe to Amiri's channel. Our new talent, right? We're very selective in who we pick for these amazing contracts. Reported by fake news networks with no evidence or proof. We're very selective who we pick. And Amiri has been one of our stars on the show for months now. He was on one of our most viewed episodes. And we always want to give back to the people that help us out. You know, he's also one of our top recruiters. And he's a big supporter of the network. So we want to get it to 1,000 subscribers. And then we'll react to all of the fake news. All of the fake news that has been going on around here. Look at more fake news. They say you have a gun to your head. Look, yeah, you see.
Wake up and smell the coffee, man. Illusion.
They're just as delusional as these modern women.
Bro, you told their friends to come in.
All right, we got 270 people in here. Now, guys, remember, we're not going to start until Amiri gets to 1,000 subscribers. Now, I know this might be petty, but he's at 197 subscribers. So the ad is in the description. The ad's in the title. The Fresh Prince of Zamunda. I don't even know what that means. But we give our talents creative freedom here, right? Do I not?
Zamunda.
Zamunda.
I'm gonna make her.
Zamunda.
I'm gonna make her what someone's from.
Zamunda.
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 Say munda, like bunda.
Munda.
Yeah.
Manda. Yeah. So
that subscription's going to me. To myself.
let's not get carried away. Let's see. He's got 198 subscribers. And we could sit here all night to address all of the fake news propaganda.
Yeah. Must be done. This I'm not saying to necessarily force putting in a headlock to subscribe.
I am putting them in a headlock to subscribe. You know what I mean? Like we can just end the stream and just chill here. Yeah. So we make music here. Do we not? We will do stairs. We'll run. They're boxing today. There's a lot of stuff we could do.
You need to get them on the.
What do you mean?
You need to get your channels, right?
My chat is on. Oh, you mean like so they can see it?
So
Yeah, I don't know how to do it. Do you know how to do it?
yeah, I don't know. Because giving them full access to the chat, mate.
This is 212. This is 212 for his channel. Guys, we'll be here all day. Now, why did I invite Amiri to this? Right? I could have just addressed the fake news by myself. But Amiri was brought into this by reaction channels that are just trying to spin a narrative, that believe what they believe regardless of the facts. The same reaction channels that would paint Kevin Samuels a negative light by watching clips and not watching the full show and spinning a narrative without knowing what they were talking about.
I'm gonna blow a fuse at 1,000 subscribers. Let's get it.
But, we don't work for free here.
No.
We don't work for free. So what we need to get Amiri to 1,000 subscribers.
Beautiful, it's going up. Thank you guys.
What are we at?
They want to see some spice.
Now, the app for Amiri's channel.
Would you be interested in collecting 5-figure paychecks for a few hours of work, helping me in your spare time from home? I'm on a mission.
Is the fresh. Yeah.
They want to see some spice.
Now, the app for Amiri's channel is the Fresh Prince of Zamunda.
Zamunda. I think she said it wrong on purpose, you know? Zamunda.
Zamunda. Munda. What's it from? I don't know.
Coming to America.
It's what's that? Is that a movie?
Yep.
Thank you, Gail. Gail is everywhere.
I know. She's acting in the joint. Yo, actually banned me from eating on my stream.
She banned you from eating? You can eat on my stream.
I know. That's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah. So, Yeah, you know, here at JPT, we don't work for free, which is why we need to get Amiri monetized. We need to get him monetized yesterday. So, you know, once he's monetized, we will answer all questions.
Yep.
I really think that's a fair thing. We can answer all questions and talk about fake news media. Fake news media. Guys, can you imagine making a whole hit piece having never watched a full episode? Can you imagine making a hit piece admitting that you did not watch the full episode?
Do you know,
against a friend. Can you imagine?
You know, fair use, yeah, is like if you're doing like a news report. So as a reporter, you're supposed to like get all your facts and all your information in order before you even consider turning on the camera.
And look, we know mistakes happen. We expect mistakes to happen, but when it's not corrected, when there's no effort to be biased, when there's no effort to tell the facts of the case, tell the real story, that's when we have a problem here at JPT. And we have been taking notes.
Hey, I'm watching you. I'm watching the chat guys, and I'm watching the chat guys, bro. I love my JPT chat guys, man.
Now, guys, again, we're at 228 for Amiri. 228. Do you know how many watch hours you need to be monetized? I actually don't know.
4,000.
4,000. All right, we'll work on that later. We're gonna get the 1,000 subs first.
I'll get that quick.
Yeah. We just need to get you your base. Now, guys, why subscribe to Amiri? Well, I don't know anybody.
Go on, bro.
I don't know anybody as creative and entertaining as him. No, seriously, this man has gone viral before he even had a channel. He's been on many of the most watched podcasts. And tell him what you would like to talk about on your channel. Tell him he has a finance podcast coming soon.
Yeah.
Tell him about what type of content.
So listen. So basically, my podcast is going to be based on like finance for the laymen. You know, for the guys that don't know. I'm going to get some money in your pockets. I'm going to aim to keep it in there. I'm going to get some of the best finances, the best mergers and acquisitions. We're going to get the best day traders. We already got them lined up. You know how we work.
How we work.
Yeah. So that's that, man.
Now,
If you want to get your stocks up, check me out. If you want to see me blow a fuse, check me out.
Now, there's a lot of questions in the chat. We do reaction channels. So how are we different than the fake news media? That's a fair question, right?
Yeah. I think I'm so unbiased to my own detriment. That's what I think.
Well, it's all about going into things in good faith. It's all about looking for the facts of a case and not just spinning a narrative.
These guys know, man.
You know, for example, I would hate to say that a certain someone has no life experience when I've just been sitting in my room reacting to shit for 10 years.
Shots fired.
Now, I don't name names here.
Shots fired, man.
You know,
Hey, shout out, man.
I would hate to say that you should always attack the argument and never the person, and then call someone a bitch, a dweeb, and a weirdo. Isn't that quite rude?
Yep.
Now, is that someone that's objective, that's looking at the facts of the case?
You're giving them too much.
You're right. I'm sorry, guys. I'm giving them too much.
Too much. Free.
Yeah, you're right. Go subscribe to Amiri's channel, and we will give you the facts of the case. And this fake news media. Fake news. Well, what are we at? Let's look at what you're at. Now, guys, when we get him to 1,000 subscribers.
So now that we've heard Pearl's intro and explanation of this live, let's look at the progression and the body language of Pearl and also her guest as the live went on. Now remember, this live was 6 hours long, okay? 6 hours long. So let's start off the very beginning, okay? Here you see them shinning and grinning and kikiing. You know, they keep saying, we got time today. We got time. We got time. We know, we're going to be here for a while. We don't have to start the show until we get 1,000 subs for Amiri. Okay, let's see about that. So this is the beginning of the live. This is them cracking jokes and talking about how easy this is going to be to get 1,000 subs for her colleague. So let's see how this goes. So this is Pearl's body language later on in the live, maybe I would say maybe 15, 20 minutes in, you know, and she's kind of noticing that things are going a little bit slower than she thought. Okay, so let's see what else happens later on. Okay, as you can see later on in the live, I would say maybe an hour or so in, Pearl starts to noticing that things are going way too slower than she thought, and she looks like she's starting to have some concerns. As you can see, she has a worried look on her face, and rightfully so. Okay, here you can see Pearl is obviously frustrated. She starts fumbling around with the computer and playing around with the keyboard because she cannot believe how low these numbers are. They're nowhere close to 1,000 subs that she promised. Oh my God, now. Y'all look on screen right now. That's Pearl. That's Pearl right there to the right. Yeah, yeah. Old Miss Successful is officially defeated. Look at her. She looks a hot mess. Oh boy. And here, Pearl officially quits the live, y'all. Her goal was to get 1,000 subs for a new colleague, and she spent 6 hours begging people to sub to his channel, and they only got up to like 700 subs, y'all. 700. So yeah, she boasted and bragged about how she definitely gonna get 1,000 subs, and they weren't gonna start the live until they got it. That was 6 hours ago, and they never got it. So Pearl officially quit on her colleague, huh? Okay, Miss Successful. Like you acquitted of me.
Today I'm going to talk about a couple things. How I got to London, why I hate London, why I'm moving to Chicago, what other cities we may move to in the future, and how to work for me if you want to be a part of the JPT network. So, and why I'm starting this network. Okay. So, how I got to London. So, about 3 years ago now, I was working this dead-end job. I was selling copiers. And guys, I hated my life. I hated selling copiers. It was like the worst thing you could possibly sell. And I told a story on TikTok, okay? It was like about my family or whatever. And when I told this story, it went stupid viral, like 4 or 5 million views. And I got like 15, 20,000 TikTok followers. And that was when I decided I was going to go into media. Because I realized I was good at it. And I realized that there is so much media out there that's just like negative, right? And it's promoting things like degeneracy, it's promoting like negative things, basically. And I felt like I could be a force for good in media because people tend to think I'm funny or interesting. And I don't know, I felt like called to it. That's the only thing I could say to describe it. I don't know how I can like describe how I got here other than I feel like my whole life has been leading me to this point, and I feel like I am called to do this. So what I did was at that moment, I decided I was going to quit my job selling copiers, and I was going to become a TikToker, YouTuber, whatever. So about 1 or 2 months later, I quit my job, and I literally just showed up at my parents' house, and I said, yep, I quit my job, I'm going to be a TikToker. And my dad thought I was nuts. But the crazy thing about my dad is that he would always support me, no matter how crazy it sounded. So I quit my job, I moved home, and I was supposed to go play in England for a year and get my master's, and I didn't really care about my master's, but I was going to play pro in England, get my master's, and I wanted to make enough money online to basically play pro while I made content, right? So my dad, I move home. My mom's like, what are you doing here? What did I do next? Oh, COVID canceled my season. So then I'm living at home and I have nothing to do other than make content. I'm jobless. It's COVID, and I'm living in my parents' house. So I stay there for a year, and I start building this TikTok, YouTube thing. And I'm basically just unemployed, living at home at my parents' house. So a lot of clips have come out saying like I was mooching off of my parents or whatever. I don't do that anymore. But back then, I was living at home. So, but my dad, again, so supportive, even though he didn't know anything about social media, whatever. I go to England and I'm playing pro. Or I'm playing semi-pro volleyball. I'm trying to get a pro contract. And I decide to start this show. And what I liked about London was it was so diverse. And I never lived somewhere with like that many diverse opinions. Like I met a girl from Spain, there's a girl from Germany on my team, and I thought it would be so cool to make a show where we all talk about relationships, which is something we all have in common. And what happened was there was a lot of concepts from like red pill, because I've been reacting to red pill content that my friends didn't know. So I would basically make these series and these shows like red pilling my friends. And it just got bigger and bigger, and everything just, exploded, as you guys know. So that's how I ended up in London. And I ended up staying in London a second year. I was offered a pro contract. I turned it down because the YouTube thing was taken off. But I decided to stay because I just started hiring people. Like, it was just getting too big too fast, and I didn't have time to move. So what I did was, I made this office in London, and then I started signing talents. So I signed King Richie's, I signed Auntie Jenny, and I helped them build their channels. And they both got like 40,000 subs in like a couple of months, right? Management got kind of difficult. So the last couple of months have been a little bit crazy. But I've just hated London, to be honest, guys. I am in the wrong part of London. Like, my producer says I might like it more if I was in the West. I'm in the East. I've heard the East just isn't as nice. But I just haven't been happy here. I feel like people get to me more than they should because I'm not at home. I feel like it's just something about being in a different country, like away from all of your friends and family. Like, you're just not as grounded. So I came home and I've been looking at cities. And the cities I've been looking at are Chicago, because I'm from here. Tom Brady has personally gifted each and every one of you with 1 year free of electric vehicle rental.
Wait, did I pay for that, or did you guys pay for that?
You did, Tom! You get a rental! You get a rental! I get a rental!
Are you struggling to afford rent, gas, groceries, and bills? I'm basically getting paid up to $1,004.
Miami, Nashville, and even Vegas a bit. But I decided, as you guys saw yesterday, if you didn't see my office tour video, the first place I'm going to move to is Chicago. First office I'm going to build. And the reason I picked Chicago is, honestly, guys, it's just easier. Like, my parents live here. I can stay at my parents' house. God willing, I said, Dad, I promise I'll do the dishes more. I'm sorry about last time. But my dad's like the nicest guy, so moving home to Chicago, at least to start. Like, I may go to a different city. I also want to coach my sister in basketball. I don't know. So, and my dad gave me his old office building. So essentially, his office building is like worthless because of association fees or something. That's what he told me. So he said I could just have it. Look, if I'm getting a free office, I'm coming. I like free stuff, you know what I mean? But essentially, I really wanted to help fight like woke culture. Like, I just think there's so much media that is negatively influencing kids and teenagers and young adults. And if we could make media that is like cool and entertaining that people want to watch, because I'm sorry, the left is just so much better at making entertaining content. Like, conservatives are just boring. Sorry, guys. I just felt like it could help. I think the culture war is a losing battle, but I think that it helps. So my plans for the future is I want to have content houses in major cities, probably all the cities that I mentioned, but to start, London, Chicago. And I want to sign talents to host shows in each branch. Basically, I want to roughly have 5 in each. I think I found a girl that we're going to sign soon, I'm pretty sure. We already have 2 in London, so ideally we're going to find 2 more. Maybe 3, at tops, probably. Then in the fall, so a lot of you guys have asked to work for me. We're probably not going to hire anyone in Chicago until the fall, so it's starting in London. In London, we need an editor. We're either going to get a part-time producer and a full-time editor, or someone that can do both. Maybe some interns that can do thumbnails this summer. Yeah, that's all in London, East London. Chicago. And we're looking for 2 talents. So, what is the best way to get hired, okay? At just Pearly Things. Contrary to popular belief, we do have very good work environment, I'm not going to name names. The best way to get signed and hired is good and they were helpful and they got the job. I'm not saying to do that, but it's how my intern was like, oh, can I intern for free? I was like, yeah, I like free. Go ahead. Then she was so good at the recruiting stuff, I hired her. My other producer got on the show and said he would start working immediately. Boom, hired. Because I'm just getting all these messages about asking to work for me. And a lot of guys are wanting to, like, come from out of state, and I'm just like, or, like, fly or whatever, but I'm like, look, I'm not coordinating. You just got to show up, say you can start work. I'm not even saying to do this. I'm just saying this is what's worked. Oh, man, it's kind of hot in here. I don't want to turn on the car because the air is just so loud. Sorry. But yeah, that's what we're doing right now. Plans for the future. Yeah, so ideally we're going to do these in a lot of different cities, but to start, it's London, Chicago. The next place I'll probably go is Miami. I kind of just follow where my parents' houses are. So, I like being by my parents, you know. And I've gotten a lot of criticism saying that, you know, I'm too modern for wanting to do this or whatever, but you know, the way I look at it is, if it gets to be too much, I'll stop doing it. I've gotten a lot of criticism for this. You know, and really long term, I'm not looking to be in management. Like, I have men do that. You know, I'm just looking to talk for a living. But in terms of the types of talents, I honestly want a talent that's like the types of talents I'm looking for. I'd like an older guy that, when we're having guys go in and like pitch their ideas, whatever. Can I open this window? Hold on. Yeah, window open. Better, okay. Ideally someone that could, we really don't usually sign people that already have followings, but we're not, you know, we're not opposed completely. But yeah, what I look for, because people are asking me, what do you look for in people you hire? Hardworking for talents. Creativity is big, so someone that like one of the girls that I think we're gonna sign, like she pitched a whole idea of, like she gave ideas for videos that I wouldn't have even thought of, because it's harder when we have to like hold your hand and say do this, which we will do for some people, but you know, that's like a plus. Someone that's hardworking, because really, if you're a talent, like you have all the resources, you could stream 12 hours a day if you wanted to. And when I was coming up, I probably would have. Yeah, that's, I mean, mostly just hardworking, creative. Yeah. Why I'm moving to Chicago. But yeah, I'm trying to think if there's any other questions people had. But yeah, I think this will be a cool network. I have a network name. We're switching the name. It's not going to be JPT Network. I'm really excited, but I'm not going to tell you guys yet. You got to wait for that. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like the video. On your way out, subscribe to the channel. Ring that notification bell. Talk to you next time. Welcome to the best early YouTube vlog. Today I'm at my parents' house, and I'm going to be showing you Taj Machete. So when I was in college and I came home, and there's this big hole in my backyard, I'm like, Dad, what's going on? He said, I'm building a shed. Normally when you build a shed, like you think that it's like a warehouse where you just have a couple, you know, four-wheelers. Blessing, would you say that is how you would describe this shed? Yeah. So the cool thing about this shed is that we're going to use it for, ideally we're going to have events here, so we can do like a live show and host, like, you know, you guys can come by and take it and come to one of these events, or, you know, concerts, that sort of thing. Like there's a lot of, or like a YouTube, we want to do a Redfield basketball game. Okay, hear me out. Come on. So, it's half done, by the way. My dad's been saying it'll be done for a while. He does yak like, but the big parts are done. Okay, the big parts. So, alright, this is where we walk in, okay? And this is going to be like a kitchen entertaining area, so watch, imagine. Guys, welcome to the show. Here's your hors d'oeuvre. Here's your shrimp cocktail. Watch me. sensation. Boom, maybe even a, okay, sorry. Cut that out.
Hey there, did you know there's a growing need for cybersecurity and network engineers like never before? In fact, there are... No.
Okay, so we go this way. And, these are just like bathrooms. There's important. The big next thing is, okay, imagine, we do a YouTube Olympics. We bring in all the red pill guys, all the blue pill guys, and we say, come to Chicago, alright? And hang out. Destiny, let's bowl. I think he's been talking a lot of shit on the street recently, so I don't know if we're on good terms. But regardless, look, we have a bowling alley here. Imagine, the red pill Olympics. Now on top of that, to scare off any liberals, because obviously you have to be involved in this, because all the liberals will think they'll say they'll need the red pill people. But here, let me see if there's a light in here. Yeah, here, yeah, you can come in. It's half built, but a gun range. So anyone that wants to be creepy or try anything, we have a lot of guns here. That's my warning, all right? But look at, so we can, all the liberals that come compete, they'll be like, oh, this is such a fun day of games. And we'll be like, look, if you want to win, you gotta shoot. Olympics, baby. Now, yeah, so go all the way back. Boom, 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 boom. You want to shoot, Blessing?
I wish you comments.
Listen, you're from Africa. You don't need to shoot. You do, don't they have guns in Africa? Yeah, I was like, can't imagine they will take that one. Good luck. Anyway, hold on. I'm going to show them this gym, and then I'll show them the other gym. So, during this Olympics, right, we're going to do, I know the red pill is big on, fighting, so are you ready? Boom, boom. Number 2, we'll do a bitch slap contest. I mean, maybe some, but then watch, you bitch slap. Okay, here, my mother has taken out her frustrations with her current administration. Yes. We are Republicans here, I don't know what to tell you guys, conservatives, whatever. So, during this this red pill boxing, whatever boxing match we do, we can maybe even do a pull-up contest. You want to see me do a pull-up? I can't, I don't think. Which one is a pull-up? This one? I can't do it. I do squat. So here we do squat rack, right? Get a little boom, no one make fun of my form. Then we go over here. We do how long can you do cardio? This does a thing. This. You see the vision guy? Alright, so it's still moving from my fury. This is a special weight thing, Then, if the whales want to come here and do some weight loss challenges, boot camp. So any overweight women that want to apply to lose the weight, because we don't just talk about the problem, we offer solutions. Now, I'm addicted to sugar, so maybe I can't help you with nutrition, but I've been training for 10 years. I can help you train. So, this is the weight thingy. What does this do? Is this like a stretcher? Keep your arms, I'm just curious. Oh, wait, I'll sit here? What? Okay, I don't understand that one. Wow. Did you see the ball? Get on camera. Come back. No. So as you may or may not know, I did play side volleyball and basketball. So I was a better volleyball player. You want to see a couple of these? Yeah. Now look, I didn't have the best hand, right? So, we don't have to work on that. I'll show you a little bit of the good stuff. Hold on, 1 second. See?
Can you shoot?
Yes, I can shoot. Sports were very important growing up.
With Mike here.
Growing up, sports were really important. I really felt like I was competing for my parents' love. Yes, based on how we did in our sports season. There we go. Did you get that? Nope. You didn't get it?
Nah.
Yes, sir.
Missed that one too.
What?
So I missed that one too.
I'll show you guys Or my favorite one is just. Or yeah. Or my biggest thing was I would just wrap it up. Use it fast like that. You can hide under there if life gets tough. Yes. Or here. Wrap it up. So boom. I never played it, that's why I imagine it. We'll go up here. Alright, so this is my dad's future man cave. But my dad also said he's gonna build us if we want to do a show here, he's gonna build us a room over there. It's wall mount, but you can also, it's dark, but you can see the racquetball too. So if I wanted to annoy him, I would do, if I wanted to make him lock me out, which never happened ever, I would go in there and be like, Dad, I'm here. Yes. Now, this is also a room that doesn't exist yet. You could fall down here, so yeah, don't do that. Yeah. Yes, this is my dad's man cave.
Are you interested in starting your own faceless YouTube automation channel? But all people do is tell you to go to Fiverr and Upwork and hire people to make.
Yeah, so here, actually, it's a garage. Here's the second part of this.
Hello. Hey.
This is my future bedroom, yes. My brother-in-law is currently, but I think that this can be negotiated.
No, there's no space for negotiation.
I see a lot of space for
This
negotiation.
is like a terrorist arrangement.
I see a lot of negotiation possibilities. I see a bed right here. Yes, but right now my brother's office, so it's one of the. Sorry, but we continue. I think this is gonna be another bedroom. I guess I could take this one. I am moving home, you know. My mom says I need to get an apartment, but I prefer this. Another one. Empty. And the cool thing is, here's like a little kitchen area. I think that's where we put the washer and dryer. And then this kitchen, lights. But yeah. So basically this is gonna be like a little house on the shed. It's like a little house on the prairie, a little house on the shed. I do really like this room.
No.
So this room,
No,
I think I can win it.
I can't always see down at all. I mean,
That's your TV?
yes. It's actually it's our board for whatever day. Because you can't see our monitors.
I'm very excited to come home. I think it'll be a great addition to the family.
You'll be an addition. Or someone with subtraction.
What do you do? Well, you know, Eva's gone. I'm in.
Sometimes I go down and that comes in.
Okay, that's a big room. That's a big room. You know, I'm a delight. I'm a delight to be around.
This is true. You can be entertaining every once in a while.
Thank you. Thank you. And do you play basketball?
No.
Can we need to get you to learn it?
Well, I'm playing tomorrow. You're more than welcome to join us.
Not really.
Will, AJ, watch the.
Let me kick some ass. What time?
I don't know. They're figuring that out. Probably 6 or 7. Yeah.
Well,
I think I gotta get to see you after.
okay, well, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
I might have guess who messaged me today?
Wait for it. Here it comes. Almost there.
I'm gonna get the room, guys. I'm going to. I don't know what they're building. Oh, that's like a. I'll show you this. I can watch here. Yeah, and this is just like boring boy stuff. I don't. Yeah. That's like a saw thingy-majiggy. Yeah. This is an orange thing. Yeah. This is like, you know.
Okay, so I'm gonna put my room up there.
Blessing somehow weaseled his way. I don't know how he did it. He keeps weaseling his way into getting free housing. I don't know how he does it. gonna do it again? And my answer is no. No, no, no. He gets paid well enough to get an apartment. No. He just somehow weasels his, I don't know how he does it. He weasels his way into this job, right? Oh, maybe somebody can. He's on camera, he's matching it strike for strike. He's in the whole race with a camera on his shoulder. Just incredible. He was very talented, right? He was very talented. But two. Then, he weaseled, it doesn't matter. This is the view. So ideally, I was thinking these would be box seats. So if you pay X amount of dollars, you can then, let's say we did my shows, my 2 shows a week live from here. You can then pay to go tickets, or you could, if you're in the area, unlimited box seats. We can give a box for you and your family. This could be your box, show them the box. Yes, look how comfortable this is. You can put a little couch up here and you can be like, yeah. $10,000 a year. No, a season. These are season tickets.
Unless you're Kanye, you can show up anytime.
Yeah, unless you're like Kanye or someone really important, then we'll just, accommodate. Yay. He's never gonna come, so I always call him Kanye. It's tough to remember, But yeah, that's the shed. I've already done a house tour on my channel, so if you know what the house looks like. I'd like to bring them to the playground. It's the playground. Well, the playground's over there, they moved it. But we still have to stay. Don't film that.
It's all on camera, It's all going on camera.
I really didn't appreciate the space of this area when I was younger. The grass. Oh, my dad has a garden over there. I watered it yesterday. Trampoline. I want to show them. Alright, don't ever get a round trampoline. Okay, all these people, they get circle trampolines, and they don't bounce. Whee! You see this? You see this air? You don't get this on a circle trampoline. You don't. You get two. Whee! Whee! Yes. Alright. Anyways, guys, like the video on your way out, subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you want to see a tour of next. Done an office tour, done a house tour, done a shed tour. And let me know what interesting video ideas could you come up with. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like the video on your way out, subscribe to the channel. I'll talk to you next time.